Greetings, my dear viewers. It is I, Drayhon, and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons Character Conversion, where we take a look at characters from across media and bring them into Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition to create a playable character based off of that specific character's lore. Today we are once again looking at the Dungeons & Dragons toy line, the LJN toy line, to be more precise. This character is called Pulvereye, and he is called an Orc High Chief. However, it is quite clear that Pulvereye, with his one central eye and skin as pale as a human's, well, as a Caucasian human's, is actually a Cyclops. Not to mention his towering stature. Anywho, we are definitely looking at a Cyclops. He stands a little bit taller than the human he is facing off against in the art on his toy box. So we're going to be using the Cyclops stats as a baseline for this character's stats. We're going to be using the Orc race, which is going to give us an increase to our strength, dexterity, and constitution. Thanks to the point buy system, we now have a strength of 16, dexterity of 12, constitution of 16, intelligence of 10, wisdom of 8 because of that one singular eye, giving us poor depth perception, and a 12 in charisma. We are a high chief after all, so we do have a little bit of sway when it comes to our army. An army that we send after elf camps and civilizations to destroy them. We are a size medium at this point in time. Don't worry, we will be able to change that shortly. We have a speed of 30 feet. We get adrenaline rush, dark vision of 60 feet, powerful build, relentless endurance, and for languages we get access to Common and Orcish. Now, Pulvereye, like I said, is a fierce leader of orcs. Now, he has one weird ability, and that magic cast by elves can't hurt him. Very weird, but I think we might be able to work with that. You'll see what I come up with at the end of this build. But for now, let's go ahead and get into Pulvereye's background, the giant foundling. This will give us proficiency in intimidation and survival, as well as the languages of giant, and one of our choice. We'll just go ahead and go with Goblin just to do it. For our feat, we get access to Strike of the Giants. Cyclopses are related to Hill Giants in one way or another, so Hill Strike is going to be our best bet, giving us an extra 1d6 damage when we attack with our melee weapon. Or thrown weapon. If the target is a creature, it must succeed a strength saving throw or take the prone condition. Very useful. For our class, we are going with Fighter. This will give us a 1d10 hit die, hit points equal to 10 plus our Constitution modifier, and additional hit points equal to 1d10 plus our Constitution modifier for each level in Fighter that we take beyond the first. For our proficiencies, we become proficient in all armor and shields, simple and martial weapons. For saving throws, we'll be proficient in strength and constitution. For our skills, go ahead and just grab acrobatics and athletics. For the fighting style, We might only have one eye, but that's not going to stop us from taking down our foes. If we happen to become blind, our blind fighting style is going to give us a little bit of an advantage. This is the best way I can think of to kinda sorta go with the elven magic, but we'll have a better option later on in this build. This is just sort of momentary benefit. I'm sure there's some other ways Pulvereye could use this ability, but I like the idea of using the blind fighting style, and it's the best one that will work for our clearly a Cyclops. We also get access to Second Wind. Moving on into level 2, we'll get access to Action Surge. Level 3, we want the martial archetype of the Rune Knight. This will give us bonus proficiency in Smith's tools. We would also get access to the Language of Giants, but we already have that. We also get access to Rune Carver, giving us access to 2 runes. Go ahead and just grab Frost Rune and Stone Rune. We also get access to Giant's Might, letting us increase our size to large. Moving on to level 4, go ahead and grab the Feat Vigor of the Hill Giant, increasing our strength by 1 point and giving us access to Bulwark and Iron Stomach. At level 5, we get extra attack. Level 6, go ahead and grab the Feat of Heavy Armor Master, increasing our strength from a 17 to an 18. And giving us the ability to reduce the attacks we take from non-magical attacks by 3. Pretty useful. Moving on to level 7, we get access to Runic Shield and another rune. Go ahead and grab the Cloud Rune. At level 8, go ahead and increase your Constitution by 2 points. At level 9, we get access to Indomitable. At level 10, we get access to Great Stature, increasing our normal height by a roll of the dice. And we get one more rune, Hill Rune. Moving on to level 11, our extra attack increases to where we can attack a total of 3 times per attack action, giving us access to 2 additional attacks. Moving on to level 12, go ahead and increase your strength by 2 points, maxing it out at 20. Moving on to level 13, we get another use of Indomitable. Level 14, increase your Constitution to 20. Go ahead and at level 15, with the Master of Runes, get access to the Fire Rune. This really isn't important, we just get access to 1 more rune. And the Storm Giant Rune didn't really seem necessary, so we're just going to go ahead and go for Fire Rune, giving us access to a little bit extra damage at this level. Moving on to level 16, we're going with the Mage Slayer. We are trying to destroy elves and elf communities. And since we are technically immune to damages from elven spells, Mage Slayer seemed appropriate. But that's not all. We will be getting access to 1 more ability that should sort of seal it for this immunity to spells cast by elves. So let's go ahead and continue to level 17. We get access to another use of our Action Surge and another use of Indomitable. At level 18, we get access to Runic Juggernaut. And at level 19, we get 1 final feat. Magic Initiate, we are going to pick the Wizard spell list. For your cantrips, we are going with Booming Blade and Toll the Dead. For our first level spell, we are going with the spell that I think is going to be close enough to the ability that Pulvereye is said to have, of being immune to the spells cast by elves. Protection from evil and good. More specifically, good. And with that, we have one more level, and that is Fighter of level 20, giving us access to another attack from Extra Attack. 3 additional attacks per attack action for a grand total of 4 attacks per attack action. Pretty neat. And that is all for today's build. What did you think of Pulvereye? Is there something else I could have done to make it a little bit more accurate for Pulvereye's ability to be immune to these spells cast by elves? Let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, this has been Drayhon, and I am offline.